Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name is Bob, I'll be your host. One of my favorite role-playing games of all time is the D6 version of the Star Wars role-playing game, put out by Weston Games. But Weston Games went bankrupt and they lost the license to make Star Wars role-playing games. So Wizards of the Coast picked up the license and started publishing their own version of a Star Wars role-playing game based on the D20 system. And when about the time that Episode 2 Attack of the Clones came out, they released a brand new version of the game, a revised edition, with clarifications on the rules, brand new rules, a new class, and stuff pertaining to the new movie as well in the book. And that's what we're going to talk about in this game. The Star Wars role-playing game revised core rules. This book has 381 pages and a copyright of 2002. It was published by Wizards of the Coast. All of the artwork in this book is in full color, and it goes from actual drawn art to pictures from the movies themselves. So let's go ahead and look at that artwork. All of the artwork in this book is in full color. It uses both pictures from the films and a collection of new art. The new art is used, however, to showcase the game's classes and species. All in all, the artwork in this book is pretty good. To play this game, what you're going to need is a copy of this core rulebook and a full set of dice. A full set of dice containing a 20-sided die, a 12-sided die, preferably two 10-sided dice for rolling both percentiles and tens, an 8-sided die, a 6-sided die, and a 4-sided die. That's all you need to get playing. And there are a lot of expansion books that you can get to do more, but this has all you need. To make a character in this game, what you'll want to do first is generate your attributes. And this book gives you several different ways to generate your attributes, from several different ways to roll them up to point buy and actual point placement, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Gives you a lot of options. After you have your attributes, what you'll want to do is you'll want to pick a species to belong to. And there are a lot of starting species in the core book. They added a few new ones in the revised edition. And that's not all you can be. There are other books and so forth that have other species that you can use for your character. But this has a list of species to get you started. In this book, they have the human, the Bothan, the Saurian, the Doros, the Ewok, the Gamorrean, the Gungan, the Ithorian, the Keldor, the Mon Calamari, the Quarian, the Rodain, the Celestian, the Trandoshan, the Twi'lek, the Wookiee, and the Zabrak. And that gives you a pretty good spread of different species you can belong to. But after you have your species, you want to pick your class. They added one new class to this game when they did the revised rules, and that was the Tech Specialist. Other than the Tech Specialist, it has all the same classes that were in the previous edition, which are the Fringer, the Noble, the Scoundrel, the Scout, the Soldier, the Force Adept, the Jedi Counselor, and the Jedi Guardian. And that's pretty cool. Each class gives you a list of class skills that you can pick from, and a number of skill points that you'll get at first level and each level thereafter. And you don't have to stick with class skills when you make your character. You can buy non-class skills. It's just non-class skills cost more than class skills. It also gives you starting feats and a list of special abilities. It also gives you your saving throws per level. The saving throws in this game are the same in all the D20 games, which are reflex, willpower, and fortitude. It also tells you how many vitality points you gain per level. In this game, you have your hit points, and you generate them, and then your hit points never change throughout your character's existence unless something changes with his attributes or some in-game happening. You also have vitality points, which do increase each level, and your vitality points are pretty much your light damage, your cuts, bruises, abrasions, getting worn out, that kind of thing. And then your hit points are seen as the real damage, the broken bones, the organ failure, that kind of thing. And the vitality points serve another purpose in this game. Force users, when they use force skills and force feats and other force abilities, they have to spend vitality points. This shows the strain on the body that the force causes by using the force, which is pretty cool. This system with the vitality and hit points is set up so that it changes the way that critical hits work. In normal D20 games, when you score a critical hit, you roll to confirm. If you confirm, you do double damage, or triple damage in some cases, depending on what's going on. In this game, however, if you score a critical hit, you roll to confirm. If you confirm, the damage is not doubled. Instead, the damage bypasses vitality and goes straight to hit points. So you can kill somebody early on in a fight with one shot by getting rid of all their hit points. But aside from that, all damage has to go through the vitality first before it touches the hit points. And then after you got that stuff, you'll figure up your feats, and you get new feats every so many levels, and you get an ability bonus so many levels, just like in regular D20 games. And that's really about it for character creation. You get some starting credits to buy equipment. You don't have to worry about an alignment in this game. And you do have force points that you gain through gameplay. The force points are spent to add to a roll if you really want to. And there's rules for that in here. And that's really about it for character creation. This book has a chapter for equipment, has a chapter discussing combat, Game Master section for telling you how to set the mood and play in a Star Wars-y type of way. It has a section here on different planets and stuff you may visit. Not an exhaustive list, just a few select planets. It's got a creature section in here, so you have other Star Wars creatures that can show up in the game, and some other species that are meant to be NPC species. But you could convert them over pretty easy for player character species if you really wanted to. This book has rules for multi-classing in it, and it works just the same as any other D20 game. When you gain a new level, you can take another level in the class you're in, or if you really want to, you could take a new level in a brand new class. And then you're multi-class. And you can do this as much as you want, as long as you meet the requirements. It's got a section in here on prestige classes. And prestige classes work a lot like multi-classing, only a prestige class is a more specific type of class, and you must meet certain requirements to be a part of it. The prestige classes in this book are the Bounty Hunter, the Crime Lord, the Dark Side Devotee, the Dark Side Marauder, the Elite Trooper, the Jedi Ace, the Jedi Investigator, the Jedi Master, the Officer, and the Starship Ace. This book also has 3 NPC classes for your Game Master to use to put NPCs together for you, and they are the Diplomat, the Expert, and the Thug. This book has a blank character sheet in the back that you could photocopy and use. And like I said, it's got everything you need to get started in this game and run a game. And that's really all I have to say about the Star Wars role-playing game Revised Edition. Which brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character in this game? Yeah, probably. This version of the Star Wars role-playing game really isn't my favorite, but I would play. I consider myself a Star Wars fan, so yeah, I would play. Would I run this game? There are other versions of the Star Wars role-playing game that I would rather run, but if this is what everybody wanted to play in, yeah, I guess I'd run it. Would I recommend this book? This book is pretty good. If you're into Star Wars and like the D20 system about the 3rd edition era 3.5, then this is definitely a game you'll want to check out. For me, however, it doesn't feel that Star Wars to me. It feels more like science fiction Dungeons and Dragons to Star Wars than me. Maybe I'm just weird. But I have had a lot of fun in this game. When it came out, it was very easy to convert our characters from the regular D20 Star Wars core rules over into the revised. Very little changes needed. Few, but not many. And we continued on with the game we had been playing. And it was pretty cool. My wife played the Ewok, which to this day she's probably played the only Ewok I've ever seen that wasn't completely disruptive to the game. Not played to be cute, not played to be silly. She actually played a warrior Ewok that was pretty scary. My brother, on the other hand, he played a Zeltron that was a pirate, but he did accomplish something that friends of mine, when I ran the D6 system, were never able to accomplish for years. And that is, he captured an Imperial Star Destroyer. It was just an interdictory class Star Destroyer, but a Star Destroyer. He succeeded where they failed. He had a lot of help to do it, but he did it. And that's really all I got to say about the revised core book for the Star Wars role-playing game, D20 system. Thank you for joining me at a look at this book, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.